safe. Avis admits, a little labor-intensive. Gingembre en cristal was Felice's favorite cookie. Stanley's were homely proletarian toll houses. Avis remembers toiling over the delicate ginger coins for Felice's 10th birthday, only for her daughter to thank her politely and then refuse to eat them. She'd said, "I just like the way they look." Avis had felt singed by the rejection, yet there was also a pang of admiration, the purity of Felice's desires, preferring beauty to sugar. Avis had started baking because there was never anything to eat when she was a child. Her mother, head lowered over Dante, Hegel, C.S. Lewis, reading Voltaire, Bakhtin, Avicenna, in French, Russian, Arabic, would murmur, "Go get yourself something." Avis would hang on to the refrigerator door, staring at cans of tomato juice, sticks of butter, bags of coffee. She went for days at a time eating only jam and slices of bread. The women at the Redbird Bakery on the next block gave her free muffins and scones whenever she came in. Her mother was busy. She taught and wrote about private and cultural representations of heaven, the phoenix, the transformation of base materials into gold. Instead of reading storybooks, Avis stood in the kitchen studying the pictures in cookbooks, a more immediate form of alchemy. Avis asked about the identity of her father when she was 10. Geraldine waved her off, saying, "Oh, who keeps track?" When Avis persisted, she shook her head. No, don't be tedious, dear." The first time Avis knelt on a chair and stirred eggs into flour to make a vanilla cake, she had an inkling of how higher orders of meaning encircle the chaos of life. Where philosophy, she already intuited, created only thought, no beds made, no children fed. In other rooms there were good things like measuring spoons, thermometers, and recipes, with their lovely interwoven systems and codes. Avis labored over her pastries. Her ingredient base grew, combining worlds. Preserved lemons from Morocco in a Provençal tart. Syrian olive oil in Neapolitan cantuccini. Salt combed from English marshes, and filaments of Kashmiri saffron secreted within a Swedish cream. By the time Avis was in college, her baking had evolved to a level of exquisite accomplishment, each pastry as unique as a snowflake, just as fleeting on the tongue. Pellucid jams colored cobalt and lavender, biscuits light as eiderdown. Brian edges in front of the sink, trying to stay out of her way. "Like you don't have enough to worry about today." Yes. She glances at him. He's holding the counter as if it were keeping him steady. He's in the kitchen, she knows, because they'd fought earlier, or had what passes for a fight between them. The dart of words. "Why are you still doing this? I just don't think." "I'm aware of what you think." Now he looms, big as an obstacle, not sure where to put himself. She doesn't like having people in her kitchen, but she does feel a lilt toward him, grateful that he hasn't run out yet. They're trying to stop fighting, but can't quite leave each other alone. "That kid never ate anything anyway," he says darkly. Avis begins the cautious and deliberate transfer of cookies to tin, using just the tips of her fingers. "Yes, and I'm crazy to go meet her." "Now you're angry again." "No, I'm not." Avis places the cookies in concentric rings on parchment layers inside the tin. "I know just what my husband thinks, thank you very much, and I'm not angry. I'm fine." Brian crosses his arms, the suit fabric bunching in fine, soft ripples. She knows he can't stop himself. "But please, admit it. It's what, the first time all year we hear from that girl? Light of our lives. You're already exhausted, at your wits' end. Finally you'll see her, if she comes. I don't get why you knock yourself out even more, making some impossible dessert that..."